Hello. Someone asked me to do a video about my night terrors as a kid because they read the written blog a while back. I will give you that address when I'm done, but you're gonna have to listen to me first if you want to. Um, so, a night terror. It's a weird thing that happens when you go to bed, and it's very, very real feeling. I'm fully aware of how it's associated with sleep paralysis. And if that is the scientific answer for a lot of what went on back then, I'll take it. Because it was scary. It was really scary, real shitty. I'm 31 years old, and I'm absolutely terrified of the dark. I'm terrified of being alone. I'm terrified of going to bed. It's not that I might miss something kind of thing. It's I don't want to go there. Just to keep it short and sweet, this involves a bit of a presence, a thing. I used to call her the woman, and you'll read about her. She was a very, very strange thing that showed up in my life at a very early age. She had a weird way of making herself known. She'd camp outside my bedroom when I was younger. As I got older, she felt entitled to come in. So she'd come into the bedroom. Look at that cat. Look at that leg. Anyway, she'd come into the bedroom. Later in life, she'd get up on me. It was it felt very threatening. It was very strange. Now, I will say that I've been going through a lot of shit in the past 2 or 3 years that some people are pretty aware of. And I can't help but wonder if some of this might tie in with some of that. This spiraled depression that kind of revolves around sleep or lack of it. The fear of the unknown, the fear of not... I used to just be scared of the dark, not knowing what's in the dark. And as I've gotten older, it's become a fear of going to the dark or ending up in a place that might be dark, almost like just a discretionary type of fear. Like, well, no, let's not do that because maybe, I am working on that. It's a little bit embarrassing, I'll admit. But these things would happen with my sisters in the room or with me alone. It only happened in one house. The house I grew up in mainly. These things don't happen so frequently anymore. When they do happen, they are incredibly, violent. It's something Sam has to kind of wake up, get out of bed, go to my side, and get me out of bed, make me stand up, and make me walk around and get a glass of water, to be honest with you. Things that, I sound incredibly upset in my sleep a lot. I thrash a lot. I cry a lot. I get upset a lot. About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It was before our trip, so maybe a little bit longer. I woke up sitting up. I woke up and I was sitting up. And I don't know what was going on, and I'm pretty sure Sam didn't. I'm pretty sure Sam didn't wake up, and I'm glad for that. But I woke up and I was sitting up. So it's just a lot of weird stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too big of a detail, but I'm fully aware of what everything stems from scientifically. I'm fully aware that it makes me look pretty crazy, but I'd like y'all to be fully aware that it's just induced just a shitty piece of personality in me that has just become very much an everyday thing. And so, these things, she's not so much of a presence anymore as she is of a thought or of a threat that maybe she could come back. I've talked to my sister and my mom about this, and they're both kind of in shock, holy crap. And I know a lot of it doesn't sound really realistic. If you read this blog, I've been reading through it, it's kind of like a holy shit type of read. My God, she can't be serious. So I'll just ask you that you read it with an open mind. Y'all know me. I'm a little bit off anyway. I'm a little bit strange. I talk about weird shit. I use weird verbiage. It's just something about me. But the blog is called The Dark. It's nick409.wordpress.com. nic409.wordpress.com. The very last blog I wrote on there is called The Dark, and that's what this is about. I also would like to suggest anybody that has Netflix to watch a documentary called The Nightmare. Now, when I watched The Nightmare, I paused it and kind of started bawling. It took me a little bit to kind of push the play button again, because it was so in tune and intense and everything with what had been going on with me that I literally, the thought crossed my mind, like, how did somebody make a movie about this stuff when it was exactly, like, nobody else could have gone through things like this? Like, aren't these all very unique situations? Apparently, unique maybe to the person, but maybe not unique in general. So yeah. So just like I said, just if you would, just keep an open mind. I will answer any question on a video or in a, thread. It doesn't matter. Ask me. I've decided I'm not going to make the video about it because it's embarrassing. I stutter a lot nowadays. I lose my train of thought easily too. So, but yeah, it's called The Dark. It's nick409.wordpress.com. Let me know what you think. I would like to answer questions. I would like to get answers for it. But yeah, watch The Nightmare also. It's a documentary on Netflix about 8 different people around the world, the U.S. or the world maybe, I don't know, that have night terrors and how they got to deal with it. There's one guy on there. There's a guy, specifically that guy. I wish I could get in touch with him because the stuff that he saw, he had a lot of visuals, and that's a lot of what mine revolved around. It was visuals and very, very deep thoughts, like almost like an empathic feeling, like why am I feeling these things? I'm laying in bed and I'm 8 years old, like what the fuck, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put all that out there. I think I'm just gonna end the video now, let y'all read up on that if you want. If not, that's cool too. But I know how different I've come across the last few years, and it's mainly because childhood was so weird and confusing and, like I said, very disassociating, where I wasn't quite sure what was real and what wasn't for many, many years. And I'm still kind of struggling with that. So it's just kind of a work in progress. It's something that you always kind of work to figure out. Try to keep yourself as logical and chilled out and calm as possible, and don't go off on a tangent about the crazy part of it all, because like I said, a lot of this stuff is scientifically proven that it happens to a lot of people, and there's nothing they can really do about it, but maybe therapies and things like that could work for some people. I don't really know, but anyway, let me know what you think. nick409.wordpress.com. The Dark. The documentary is called The Nightmare on Netflix. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that and let you guys figure it out.